So today I'm actually going to share with you 4 key things to help improve your golf performance, and it's going to include 2 exercises and 2 stretches. Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Bradbury, Family Corrective Chiropractor here in Georgetown, Ontario, Canada. And this is our practice, One Life Family Chiropractic. What I wanted to share with you today is 4 key things that you can do right now for yourself when it comes to improving your golf performance. And if you're going from the desk out to hit some balls, these are some key things that you're not going to want to miss. So today we're going to be talking about golf and 4 things you can actually do for yourself right now. It's going to include 2 stretches and 2 exercises to help improve your performance. And a couple key things to keep in mind if you're going from desk to trying to perform. These are key things that you can do as warm-ups on the course, at the driving range, or you can just keep some tools beside your desk so that you can actually do these while you're at your desk. If you take your 5-minute postural break to stand up, move around, and go for a little walk, these are a few things that you can get to work on right now. So I'm going to share you a little bit of the anatomy and some things you should know and have a bird's eye view of as you move into these, and some things that you can use to help yourself. So what I think about is, if you're spending a lot of time like this is your spine, and your spine protects your nerves, your brain has an extension called your spinal cord, and your nerves control your muscles, your organs, all the important things. And as a family corrective chiropractor, of course, I'm looking for where you're compensated, or where things are shifted, and where those nerves may be irritated, and how we can help your body work better in terms of performance, whether it's in terms of hand-eye coordination, your nervous system, your balance, and just your structure. Because if you're always practicing, so let's say 7 hours a day like this, times 5 days a week, 35 hours a week, and then you want to get on the golf course in the spring, you want to move at your best, I'm going to teach you some key things today to help open you up and help activate some of the key muscles that may be involved, or that are involved rather, in your golf performance. So consider the health of your spine and nervous system, consider your posture, consider that you may be compensating areas you may have no idea about, and that's why it's so important to get tested. So let's get started today on some things that you can do for yourself. So one thing that I want you to consider first off is what I call the couch stretch. And you can do this at your desk, you can do it at home when you're sitting down for a few minutes. You need to do it when you get to the range to help open up your hips. But consider your spine, and consider that if you're sitting like this all day and this is your hip and you're moving it from here to here, I want to help find some end ranges of that hip, help you get some more extension, help you get some better range of motion in that hip so that things move better. And if things move better through your hip and you're not so tight in the front, oftentimes that's going to be a factor in all these connections back here, your low back, which, remember, your low back, your lumbar spine, a lot of that force transfer from your lower body goes through your low back, your spinal muscles, to your upper body, which is helping you connect things when you're going to hit the ball. So you'll see here, I'm actually hanging out like this, and you can start passively just hanging out here for 60 to 90 seconds. Now, if you're 60 to 90 seconds here, but I also want you to consider another variation, which is a little bit more advanced, but something you can also consider trying, where you're doing what's called contract relax cycles. And what I'm doing is I'm actively pushing that way for 5 seconds. So I'm pushing down into the back of the headrest of my chair or my couch, and then I'm going to relax for 20 seconds. I'm going to lean back a little more into it. And so I'm going to alternate between 5 seconds pushing down and passively stretching for 20 seconds. I'm going to do that for 4 cycles. That's a little bit more of the advanced version, but really great one to help open up your hips and help you feel looser and perform that much better while you're on the course or at the range. Consider the health of your forearms as well. And if you've been doing a lot of this, which I'm sure you may have been doing a lot of this in terms of typing, working with a pen or a computer or on the phone, consider that your forearms have to be as healthy as possible when you get out there to swing the club. So what I want you to consider is, you may be getting tighter and stiffer through here. Meanwhile, you want to still stretch here if it's tight and stiff, but you want to strengthen through here. So I'm going to talk first of all about just stretching the front, your flexor muscles, and what you're going to do. And remember this, when you're gripping a club and you're working on a desk, right, you may be all of a sudden going from no golf to golf. So you have to help condition and open up this forearm. And all I'm going to do is just like this, hang out right here, and I'm going to gently put some pressure back. Now what I'm going to do is hold this for 20 to 30 seconds and breathe. This is a really great one when you're taking a standing break at your desk. Stand up. Now this is variation 1, so 20 to 30 seconds. If you want to put a little more tension through there, what I'm actually going to do is straighten my arm and just lightly go like this, bringing my fingertips back. And again, you're going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. You're going to relax and repeat 1 to 2 more times for a total of 2 to 3 times, opening up those flexor muscles. Now, something also to consider, now your forearms are typically the tighter ones, so your flexors are typically the tighter ones. Also consider the health of your extensors. Now, you can start out in the short position like this with the elbow bent. And again, 20 to 30 seconds. And then you're going to straighten the arm, which is a little more advanced version. Again, 20 to 30 seconds, hanging out right there. But as I was sharing with you before, a lot of times you're probably going to find the flexors really tight just from doing most of the activities that most of us end up doing during the day. The phone, the computer, gripping, and then you add in the club gripping. So I want you to focus on loosening up, put a priority to the front. Now I want you to also consider some simple strength training activities. And these are some things that I have found worked really well, especially if you're holding a club or a stick or a racket, in terms of transitioning that force, and some key things to take note of. So the first one is actually working again on your forearms. And what I like to consider is the back side of your forearms. So I want you to actually focus on strength training here. And how you're going to do that is, I'm sure you carry a water bottle with you. Probably, 1 to 2 pounds, depending on the size, right? But I want you to start very light, and you can actually use this as a warm-up exercise. And what you're going to do, you can do this at your desk, or you can do it before you get out and swing a club, which I would recommend. If you're going to swing a club, make sure you warm up your flexors and extensors as well if you're going from desk to car to golf course. So this is a great warm-up as well. But all you're going to do is simply like this. You can rest your forearm there. And you'll notice with this, I'm going to work in the range of 12 to 20 reps for 2 sets at least. So I'm starting with my extensors, and you'll notice I bring them up. It's these muscles that I'm working on, and fine-tuning some of the strength in the back of the forearm. Start there, and I give you a big range of 12 to 20 reps. But if you're just starting, start with the 12, lower rep range. Do that repeatedly every day and build yourself up to the 15, 18, 20. Now, we've worked on the extensors, and I also want you to consider working on the flexors. All you're going to do is just like this, let your fingertips roll out, and then flex. Now, you may find you actually carry a little 5-pound weight in your golf bag, which would be even more convenient. You may find the 1 pound too easy for you. So what I would suggest is just getting a little 5-pound weight and placing it in your golf bag. You can get some extra conditioning while you're walking around the course, carrying some extra weight, right? But essentially, get a little 5-pound weight, and you can work on your flexors. Same thing, you're going to work on that 12 to 20 rep range, starting with 12 reps, and then building up to 20. And again, keep something in your golf bag, keep something by your desk or beside the end table on your couch, and you can work at conditioning your forearms as well. So in this exercise, this one's actually called the dead bug. We're actually coordinating our core with our limbs, which is going to be great if you're out golfing and you have to transfer force from your lower to your upper body, and you have that rotational movement. This is going to really help coordinate the limbs with the trunk, and I find it a great postural exercise, a great warm-up, a great cue to help get you started, and as well build your conditioning so you can be performing that much better while you're on the course. So consider what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do my thumbs up just like this, pull my shoulder blades back just a bit, and point my knees to the ceiling. So a couple cues here. I keep my midsection stiff. I don't want my stomach to protrude to the ceiling, and I don't want my low back to flatten out on the surface. So I keep it with a small little arch back there. I keep myself stiff through here, and you can relax your head. And what you're going to do is actually thumbs up, but I'm going to start only with my feet. So if you're just beginning, I want you to start right here. So I do both sides. That would be 1 rep, and I'm going to perform 6 of these. Now, once you know a couple of weeks of that and you find it a little bit easier, you can get over to the advanced version, which is actually going to coordinate the upper body with the lower body. So what I'm doing here is my shoulder blades are pulled back just a bit, my thumbs are up, Again, I'm stiff through my midsection. And I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to drop my right knee with my left hand. And that would be 1 rep. And you alternate back and forth. And again, working on good quality reps in the 6 rep range. I would do at least 2 sets of these a day. And this is a really great one in terms of improving your core muscles, improving your limb and trunk coordination so that you can do that much better while you're out driving those golf balls. So thanks so much for joining us in our golf performance tip video. And today we talked about 2 stretches as well as 2 exercises in terms of a great place to start if you're getting back out swinging the club, how to coordinate your trunk with your limbs, stiffen up your midsection, your core, condition some core exercises, and as well work on the health of your forearms. So in summary, we started with our couch stretch, which is something you can do right now while you're watching this video. And then we got into our forearm stretches. And then, of course, we did our strengthening of our forearm. And then finally, we did what's called our dead bug exercise. So I appreciate you tuning in. It was a pleasure being on with you today. And of course, as I've shared in the past, we have a big mission in terms of helping people understand their health more, in terms of they got to function better for better health, and their spine and nervous system is vitally important. So if you know somebody who could benefit, my only kind ask is that please take a moment to share this video, whether it's on your feed, or if you have a golf buddy who you know could benefit, please grab the link and send it off to them. And if you're enjoying our content, make sure that you join in and subscribe so you get more great updates in the future. Anyways, we'll talk to you soon, and keep on keeping on. Bye for now.